All right, my name is Andrew Tillman. I've been here at North Kern for now 3 years, and I've been in part of Gogi for 2 years. I'm a level 4 override, which means that I got here for good behavior. So I have on paper I'm still level 4. I have 107 points, and I think to be a level 3 is like 56 or something like that. So I'm way over it. And when I got here, I never been able to be a part of any programs or anything because level 4 is here in the cell. So I signed up for Gogi. I got in, and it was something that I really liked at first. You know what I'm saying? I grew to love it, and because of the tools. Like one of my biggest tools is the tinted tube, and that's helped me get through a lot of things because as you're aware, it says 10 steps forward, 2 steps back. I'm still 8 steps ahead. Whereas before, when I make a bad decision or do something bad, I knew that I was going to get in trouble, so I just throw it all away, and then I just find myself in the hole or in the shoe and just dealing with something way more than I should have been. But now I think about it and I make better decisions because of this Gogi program. And I've actually went to committee this month, and I had got into a little trouble last year, and because of my override I was due to get out of here, back to level 4, but because of my good behavior and my conduct in the buildings, my counselor asked all the COs about me, and they said, man, he's a programmer, and they let me stay here. But I did mess up once, and because of the 10 and 2 rule, I was still 8 steps ahead, and I just remembered that, and it was able to save me to keep me here to continue on my positive programming. So that's what Gogi personally does for me. I've always been taught. I grew up in prison. I was 18. I'm 41. I'm going to be 42 in January. So I grew up in prison, and I was always taught, and we were molded as youngsters growing up in here that we shouldn't express our feelings. It was a hard exterior. And I'm a human being. We all are human beings. So there is some emotions on us, but it made me realize that there's more to life than just letting one thing define your character and your person and who you are. If you mess up, admit it, own up to it, and take that as a lesson moving forward. So that's basically what I've been doing. The level 4 prison where I was at, they only have 2 self-help classes there, and that's I think it was AA, and that's it. And I think anger management.
Okay.
So I want everybody to know that Gogi is something good, and the new book that I have got since being in this class, I read it and I learned something else about this. At first I used to think getting out by going in. So I used to think, well, I'm in prison, so I have to do better in prison to get out. But I read it and I understand that Gogi means to get into to the core of your inside and find out what's going in with you, and then you can be released. Released from internal prison or bondage. And so I would like everybody to, find out really what's going on inside of them, and release it and become better people. And like Miss Taylor said, help everybody else out. Because if you don't use this for what you will suffer.
Absolutely.
You will suffer. Just want to continue to keep growing in a positive way, and just help people. The number one thing the Gogi tool teaches you is ultimate freedom. And when you've reached that, you put yourself at service for others, and that's all I want to do is help people understand that, that there's more to life than what people may think or tell you you are or what you should be. I'm Andrew Tillman, and I'm a face of Gogi, and I will continue to represent and push Gogi.
My name is Rudy Escamilla. I'm here at North Kern State Prison. I've been doing Gogi for about a year and a half now. I first actually came in contact with Gogi in 2007 or 8 when I was in the Los Angeles County Jail fighting my case. My sister was in the women's facility, and she had first-hand interaction with Coach Taylor. I think Coach Taylor used to go over there, and so my sister sent me a book through court, and that's when I first came in contact with Gogi. I had just lost my case. I got found guilty. I received a life sentence, and I was angry inside. And didn't understand my emotions. I didn't know how to control my emotions. I didn't know how to process things. And belly breathing and things like that helped me get through that. Fast forwarding to here at North Kern State Prison, I got here in February of 2018. As soon as I got here, an incident ended up happening. I was rounded up in an incident, and at that point, I was very disappointed for even being around the area that I was, and it was tough to deal with. It really brought my goals and my future into perspective for me. And at that time, I hadn't even gotten in Gogi, but I had enrolled and I was on the waiting list. And I thought that maybe by getting caught up in this incident, I wouldn't be able to get into the class. So the guy who got me in was Ricardo Montezuma. I was feeling down. I was really going through a lot of changes. I was starting to reconsider a lot of the ways I thought and the feelings that were associated with those thoughts and how they manifested in actions. And so fast forwarding to that, I ended up getting into the class. And at that time, Ricardo introduced me to Reality Check. He sat me down in one of these groups, and I think Reality Check was the tool that week. And he told me, like, you know how far you've come. Don't let this one situation discourage you. The 10 and 2 rule. 10 steps forward and 2 steps back, you're still 8 steps ahead. So that really helped me. So I started really digging into the toolbox. And one of the things that really set in with me is what if. I started questioning myself and asking myself, what if I do give up my gang ties? What if I do change the way I think? What if I do change the way I view certain individuals? What if I do learn to let go of the whole image that I had created for myself? And also forgive. In order for me to truly give, I had to get away from all of the things that were damaging about life, about myself, and damaging other people's lives. I had to get to a safe place. And so I went through a lot of changes. I started working on myself, boss of my brain, really taking control of my thoughts, not allowing people to influence me, the pressures of the lifestyle in prison. And I'm proud to say that earlier this year, 1 year after I got in Gogi, I gave up my gang affiliation. And that was the most difficult but positive decision that I ever made. Claiming responsibility here and today, not worrying about the past, being able to let go of everything that I lived for and that was holding me back, as well as struggles that I'm going to encounter here and in the future. Just having that in my mind to be able to let go, it really gave me the strength to make that decision for my life and for everybody else. And now it's safe to say that I am in a safe place. I'm in a position now to where, as Coach Taylor said earlier, I could be of service to other people and help other people make the same decision that I made, and help them realize that staying stuck, protecting that image, and living in fear of what people are going to think about you, it's only holding you back. You're only hurting yourself. You're continuing to hurt others. You're continuing to hurt your family, and that's not the way to live. We need to build each other up and get out there and create communities like this so that everybody can be better human beings. Thank you. I just thank everybody for their believing in change. Without the community out there and put people pushing for prison reform, and people like you, Coach Taylor, coming in here and giving us a platform and the tools to change. I honestly don't think I could have done it. You guys believing in us and coming in here and giving us the environment to where we can seriously work, because that's what it takes. I'm learning now that I still have the life that I live traumatized me very bad, whether I believe, like, you realize it or not. Our reactions on a daily basis come from our experiences in the past, and you have to really go in there and dig deep. Getting out by going in, that's real. You have to introspection. You have to dig deep inside you, and I thank everybody for all the support and for pushing for us to try to make it home. Thank you. My name is Rudy Escamilla, and I am a face of Gogi.
My name is Brian Porter. I've been incarcerated for the last 20 years since I was a teen. In 2000, I believe 15, I was approached by Coach Taylor. I don't know, I can't remember if I signed up for anything, but I know that she called me out. I didn't know what I was going to, and she told me about Gogi. She gave me a few books, and I started to read them, and she asked me if I could start running the program in the building until we could get the program actually started in the classroom. And she asked me to find a few other people who would also want to participate, and I pointed some guys out there that I know that would be committed to doing something that would elicit positive results. So we started running the program in the buildings until, like I said, we actually got the class started in Kern Valley State Prison. And we moved on to the leadership program, and it was difficult. It was real difficult dealing with trying to do things, positive programs, I should say, in Kern Valley State Prison. But we were committed. We were committed. Now I'm here now. It's a blessing to be here now. Now I have the opportunity to continue with the Gogi process and making that positive change. My status right now is I'm a full-time student, and I'm a full-time vocation student. So I haven't been able to get back to the Gogi classes, but I network with all the guys there. We talk about this stuff all the time. So it's like I never left.
Gogi for life.
Yeah, absolutely. The Gogi has had one of the biggest effects on me because it uses tools that it uses actual physical tools that instead of things that you can memorize or try to process cognitively. These are tools that you can, like the belly breathing. They have the instructions. You place your hand on your chest and see what's moving. And I know that before I even knew about belly breathing, I used to try to breathe deep when I'm trying to process different situations. And it's just funny how I run into Gogi and they show me this physical tool. My name is Brian Ellis Porter, and I'm a face of Gogi.